3 ways to add lists in Python. 3 basic ways of adding item in a list in Python. For example, if you want to add item at the end at a specific position, or you want to add multiple items. First of all, we will learn about how to add one item at the end. To add one item at the end, we will use .append method. Here I have a simple list with 3 numbers. If I print this number list, you will see it will print 10, 20 and 30. But I want to add one more item at the end. I will do numbers append into 40 and then again using print to print that new list, to print that new appended list. So as you can see over here, first I have these items in the list, and after using append I have 10, 20, 30 and 40 added to this list. So this is how, by using append method, you can add an item at the end of list. This is like adding one more item to the end of line. Then we have insert method. Insert method let us choose where the new item goes. Here we place 25 as the third item between 20 and 30. We will use the same method, numbers insert, and in the bracket we will put the index number first and then a comma and then the item you want to add to the list. Now if I print this list, you will see we have 25 in between 20 and 30, as we had used index 2 because in Python counting starts from 0. So 0, 1 and 2. So we got 25 on index 2. You can use insert method to insert at a specific spot. Then we have extend method. This will allow you to add many items at once. For example, here I have same list with only 3 numbers and I want to add some extra numbers in that list. I have another list which is 50, 60 and 70 and I want to connect them or extend the previous list with the new list. What I will do is I will do numbers extend and then into the brackets I will put my new list name, and if I print this list new one, now I will see all the numbers together in one list. Extend adds all the items from another list to the end of the first list. This will allow you to add many items at once to your list. Use append to add one item at the end, insert to add item at a specific spot, and extend method to add multiple items at once. Hopefully you understand how to add items in Python list by using these 3 methods. If you like this video, press the like button and follow for more videos like this. Thanks for watching this video. 3 basic methods to remove item from a list. First of all, we have remove method. By using this method, you can remove a value from a list by its name. For example, I have a list of planets over here and I want to remove the element Earth from it. What I will do is I will write planet.remove into the value I want to remove, and if I run this code and print the planets, you will see we have Mercury, we don't have this Earth, we have Mars, Earth and Jupiter. So why we have Earth over here? It only removed one Earth. Remove takes a value and delete the first match in a list and leave the others. It changes the original list and does not return the removed item. Remove method changes the original list. It will not give you a new list. It will just make changes to the original list. What if you try to remove something that's not there? For example, if I try to remove Venus, which is not in this planet list, if we run this code, see what happens. As you can see, it's giving an error. Now, I will show you how to remove by position. Same again, we have the list of planets, and here I will create a new list in which I will use hop method. I will write planets.hopping to, and if then I can print the planets and print the last, which will be removed from this list. So Jupiter is the last item that will be removed from this list. If we run this code, you will see we have Mercury, Earth, Mars and Earth. We don't have Jupiter over here. And then I also printed the last here as well. Hop gives you the removed value back, while remove does not give you the removed value. That's the difference between hop and remove as well. And then we have the clear list. Simple. If you use clear, it will clear the entire list and give you an empty list. If you run this code, you will see we have an empty list. You can use remove to delete an item by its value, not the position. If the value doesn't exist, it will give an error. And if you want to remove by position or index, use pop method. And if you want to clear the list, just use clear method. Hopefully you understand how to remove items from a list. If you like this video, press the like button, follow for more videos like this. How to copy a list in Python. Can in Python doing this B is equal to A will make a copy of the list? No, it will not make a real copy. It just make a second name B pointing to the same list. If you now change the list B, it will also change the list A. That's because both variables refers to the same object, not to a different list. Today, I will show you 3 methods. By using these methods, you can make a copy of the list. First of all, we have the copy method. In this method, we will use .copy to copy the original list. For example, I have this original list and I want to create a new list which will be called copy list. What I can do is I can do original.copy. This will create a new list which will be a copy of the original list. Now, if I print copy list, it will create a new list 1, 2, 3. Now, original list is a different list and a copy list is a different list. It is not pointing to the same object. Both of the lists are different. So we got two lists, copy list and original list. Now, copy list is independent. If I change original, it will not affect the copy list. The other method we have is by using list constructor. You can also wrap the list into to make a new one. For example, over here, I have an original list in which I have X, Y, and Z, and I want to make a copy of this list. I can use list into original, and then if I print the fresh copy, it will make a new list. Now I have two different lists. One is fresh copy and the other one is original. The other method you can use to create a copy of list is slicing. How we can use slicing to create a copy of the list? For example, I have a list of numbers in which I have these numbers and I want to make a slice copy of it by using slicing. So what I will do is I will do num and into square brackets I will just put semicolon. As I am leaving start and end empty, by default it will copies everything from start till end, and then if I print it, you will see it is creating the copy of nums which was the original list, and the slice copy is the new list. This will make a new list with the same content. So when you want to separate a list in Python, so changing one doesn't change the other, use .copy, list, or slicing, not simple assignment like we did over here. So this will point to the same object, it will not create a different list. Hopefully you understand how to copy a list in Python. If you like this video, press the like button, follow for more videos like this. How to join two lists in Python. Python lists can hold many items like numbers or words. Sometimes you want to put two lists together into one. That's called joining or concatenating of lists. First method we have is using the plus operator. Let's learn this with an example. This is the easiest way if you want a brand new list that combines two lists without changing the original. I have a list of fruits over here in which I have apple and banana, and then I have more fruits list over here which have kiwi and mango, and I want a combined list. I will do fruits and then use the plus operator and add the more fruits. Then if I print the combined, you will see I have apple, banana, kiwi, and mango. Now I have fruits and more fruits combined into one list which I named as combined. You can name anything to this list. I have named combined to this list. So my new list is combined list, all the fruits together. Then we have .extend method. This will modify the list. This will not create a new list. It will modify your existing list. If you want to add items from one list into another list in place, use extend. This will not create a new list. For example, I have this list of numbers in which I have two numbers, and then I have this list of extra in which I have two more numbers. If I do numbers.extend into extra, numbers and extra will join together, and if now I print numbers, you will see I still have the original list numbers, but I have extras added to it. Now the number contain all four values. Before it only contained two numbers, but by using .extend, now it contains all the numbers. And then we have looping, which is a manual way for beginners. Same here, I have a base list and then I have an add-on list. I am using for loop over here and then appending items from add-on into the base. Then if I print the base, I will see all of the items are present in the base list. This does the same thing as extend and it shows the each step. What if you find yourself trying to join a list into a one big string? Then you use a different method which is .join. For example, I have a list of words over here. I have a hello and I have word, and I want to make a sentence from these items in the list. I will do sentence and I will put just two quotes and a space and .join the words. Then if I print the sentence, I will see hello world. What if I don't put the space? I will not get a space between two words. Hopefully you understand how to join two lists by using different methods. If you like this video, press the like button and follow for more videos like this. Python list methods. Today we are learning useful list methods in Python, tools that let you change, inspect, and organize list data easily. Today we will learn 4 methods to add elements and remove elements from a list. What is a list in Python? List is an ordered, changeable a collection of items. You can put numbers, text, or mixed data in them. For example, this list of numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. If I print this list, it printed over here. The list is declared by two square brackets, one at the start and one at the end. First of all, we will learn append method, which we use to add elements to a list. Append will add an item at the end of the list. For example, I have a fruits list in which I have apple and banana, and I can do fruits.append into kiwi to this list. I will do fruits.append kiwi, and then if I print the fruits, you will see I have apple, banana, and kiwi. Append will modify your existing list, the one you already have. It will not give you a new list. Then we have insert. Insert is used to add element at a specific position. For example, I want to add mango into this fruit list at index 1. What I will do is I will do fruits.insert. First I will put the index where I want to add this fruit, and then put the name of the fruit, which is mango. Then if I print the fruit, you will see it's on mango. We got apple, mango, and banana. Why is it in the middle? Why is it not at the start? Because in Python, counting start from 0. So apple is on the 0 index and mango will be on the 1 index. Then we have two basic methods to remove elements from a list. We have pop and we have remove. First, we will learn about pop. Pop will remove the item and return that item by default. If I leave this bracket empty, it will return and remove the last item. For example, I have a list of fruit in which I have apple and banana, and I want to remove the last item from this list. What I will do is I will create a new list now, which will return me the last item or the removed item at an index. I will create last equal to fruits.pop. If I leave this bracket empty, it will remove the last item. And then you can print the last item as well and print the fruits as well. So pop method will make changes to your fruits list, and it will also return you the last item. Run this code, you will see it returned the last item as banana, and it also changes our fruit list. If we want to remove apple from this list because it is on index 0, we will put 0. And if we run this code now, you will see it returned us apple as the last item that is being popped from this list, and then our fruits list is here. Then we have remove to remove elements from a list. Same, I have fruits list, and in here I can remove the item by its name or by its value. I can do fruits.remove apple and then print fruits. It will give me banana. Important list methods, which include index and count, sort, and reverse method, and also copy method. Today we will learn about all these methods. In my previous video, I have told you about some methods about adding items and removing items from list. Today we will learn about index and count first of all. I have a list of numbers over here in which I have 1, 2, 2, and 3. You can repeat items in a list. For example, I want to know the index of this 2 in this list. I can find this with Python code as well. I can do print into num.index of 2. And I also want to find out how many times this number 2 appeared in this list. I can do nums.count into 2. If I run this code, you will see it gave me the index as 1 and the count as 2. So it will only give the index of first number. So this is 0 and this is 1, and the count it gave me is 2 because this number appeared 2 times. Hopefully you understand what is index and count function, what is index and count method in Python for lists. And we have sort method. You can tell it by the name. It will give you a sort list numerically or alphabetically. As I have a number list, if I sort this list by using dot number and print that, it will sort this list numerically 1, 1, 3, 4, and 5. And then I have reverse. You can tell by name what it will do. It will reverse your numbers list. It is the same numbers dot reverse, and then if I print the numbers, they will be reversed. So 5 is first and 1, 4, 3, 1, and 3. Then we have a copy method. How you can make a copy of list in Python. I have a list of numbers over here and I want to create a copy. What I will do is I will do numbers dot copy and I am creating a new list. If I then print this copy, I will get this. So hopefully you understand these basic methods of lists in Python. If you like this video, press the like button and follow for more videos like this. Thanks for watching this video. What is a tuple in Python? In Python, a tuple is a way to store multiple values in one variable. It's like a list, but you cannot change it after you make it, like you can do with the list. I have a tuple over here in which I have 3 numbers, 10, 20, and 10 again. You can repeat numbers in a tuple, and a tuple is shown by these 2 small brackets or parentheses, while a list is shown by 2 square brackets. numbers. That is the difference between a tuple and a list. Then I am printing this tuple and I want to show you the type of this by using print into types into the name of the tuple. If I run this code, you will see I have printed the tuple over here and the class is tuple. Tuple is good for the things that shouldn't change, like a pair of coordinates. Next, we will learn how to create one item tuple. You must be thinking, I can create one item tuple by just putting one number inside two brackets. This will create one item tuple, but this doesn't work. This would create an int type of variable. If we run this code, you will see if in the type of this number over here, it is giving me an int. It's not a tuple. How you create a one item tuple is you put your item inside the bracket and then put a 1 comma at the end. This will tell the Python this is not an int, this is a tuple. And if I print the type of this variable over here, you will see it is giving me tuple now. Before it was giving int. So only 1 comma can affect the type of the variable. It can make it tuple by the comma, or if there is no comma, it will be an int. So hopefully you understand how to make one item tuple. Then we will learn about how to access value in index. Then we will learn about how to access value by index of tuple. For example, I have a tuple with the names Alice, Bob, and Charlie, and I want to print the name which is on the index 0, and I want to print the name which is on index -1. So this will be the first name and this will be the last name. It is same like list. You can put a number inside the square bracket and this will access the item by its index. If you run this code, you will see it printed Alice as the first name because it's on 0 index. If you count from left side, it will do 0, 1, and 2. If you count from right side, it will do -1, -2, and -3. And tuples are immutable. You cannot change items after the tuple is created. For example, I have a tuple over here and I want to change the number on index 1 to 5. This line will give an error. If I run this code, you will see it's giving an error because tuples are immutable. If you need to change anything, you can use a list, but tuples are only good for the things you don't want to change. Hopefully, you have learned some basic things about tuple, what is a tuple, how to create one item tuple, and how to access values in a tuple. And you also know now tuples are immutable. Hopefully you have learned something new. If you like this video, press the like button and follow for more videos like this. Thanks for watching this video. Today we will learn about some useful features of a tuple, like getting the size of a tuple, combining the tuple, and tuple unpacking. What is a tuple? Tuple is a variable that can hold multiple values, and we show tuple with two small brackets. It's same like list, but it cannot be changed. Like over here, I have a tuple of nums in which I have 10, 20, and 10. The numbers or items can be repeated inside a tuple. If you print this tuple, you can see over here, accessing element in Python tuples by using different methods. What is a tuple? Tuple is a sequence of items in Python that cannot be changed once created. This means tuples are immutable. For example, I have a tuple over here in which I have numbers. You can repeat items in a tuple. If I print this tuple over here, it will print like this. You can show the tuple by these two small brackets. If I print the type of this tuple, it will give me class tuple. Today we will learn about different methods to access items in a tuple. The first method is access by index. For example, I have some names over here in which I have Alice, Bob, and Charlie, and I want to print the name at the index 0, or you can say first name. And I want to print the last name as well. I can do names into 2 because last name is on the index 2, 0, 1, and 2. If I run this code, you will see on 0 index, it gave me Alice, and on 2 index, it gave me Charlie. So this is how you can print the names by using index. You can also use negative indexing as well. For example, I want to print this name, Charlie, over here. I will do -1. If you do counting from left side, start from 0, 1, and 2. And if you do counting from right side, the counting starts from -1, -1, -2, and -3. For example, I want the last name. I can do -1 as well. I got Charlie over here. If I do -2, I will get Bob because -1 and Bob is on -2 index. And if you want to get a range of numbers, you can use slicing. By using slicing, you can select range of items. For example, I want to print numbers from 1 till 4. So run this code, you can see it printed 20, 30, and 40. 20, 30, and 40. This was on 0. On 1, it was 20 and 30 and 40. You must be thinking, if it ends at 4, why the 50 is not in there? Always in Python, last digit is ignored. So if I put 4 here, it will give me until the index 3. If I put 5 here, then I will get until 50. So always put one more number. This is the start of the slicing and this is the stop of the slicing. And slicing returns item from start up to the end, but not including the stop. So hopefully now you know how to use slicing to get a range of numbers from a tuple. And we can also do quick loop loop through a tuple to get items in a tuple. For example, I am doing here name, and then for item in names, print items. If you run this code, you will see I got all the names printed over here. By using loop, each item will be printed one by one. You can store fixed item in a tuple, and you can access them by index or slicing using the square bracket. Hopefully you have learned how to access item quickly in a tuple. If you like this video, press the like button and follow for more videos like this.